Hi guys, in this video I'm going to explain how to improve your world generation in Dwarf Fortress. When you first come into the screen, some of the options may look vague. We will get into some advanced settings later on in the video, but first let's cover the basic settings. Let's start with the size of your world. This will not only decide the actual size of your world, which is obvious, but this is also linked to the default values of the other options. This is to keep it balanced no matter what size you pick. Next up is the length of the history. This will stop generation of your world at a specific moment, but this does currently seem bugged in the release version of the game. The longer you let the world generate, the slower it will get depending on your system. For a world with a bit of depth, I would suggest going for 100 years. That should be sufficient time for most civilizations to meet each other or kill each other, and for other interesting events to happen in your world. Number of civilizations will decide on how many distinct civilizations will exist in the world. Civilizations being dwarves, humans, goblins, kobolds and elves. Selecting low or very low will make it so that there is a chance that you exclude some races at World Gen. Setting this to high or very high will increase your World Gen duration, but will also increase the amount of events that will happen, since there are more separate civilizations interacting with each other. Tides are a way for civilizations to expand during World Gen. Setting this to very low or low will decrease the sizes of each civilization, and also increase the chance of a civilization being destroyed, since they are smaller. The number of beasts will decide on how many mega beasts, semi-mega beasts and titans exist at the beginning of your world. Having many beasts run around in your world will decrease the amount of civilizations that are able to prosper, but this does not seem to affect the amount of mega beasts and other creatures you will encounter in your fortresses. Natural savagery will increase the number of savage biomes in the world. Setting this very high will increase the amount of fun you are able to have within your world. Medium is the default setting and should be fine for most beginner players, but if you want to add a bit more difficulty or spice to your world, then I would suggest putting this to high or very high. Mineral occurrence is another simple one to explain. Just basically means how many different metals each side will have access to. This also decides what kind of metals each civilization has access to during World Gen. I would advise leaving this at the default value, which is everywhere. This will ensure you always will have a couple of different metals to work with on your fortresses. These aren't all the options you have available to you when trying to generate your own world. At the bottom right you will have a button saying Detailed Mode. Here you will have more options available to you to tailor the world specifically to your needs. You can also make use of templates from other users here. So to get started importing templates into Dwarf Fortress, you will first have to go to your Dwarf Fortress install folder, which should be installed under Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Dwarf Fortress. And there you have a folder called Press. You can open that. Inside that folder there is a text file called WorldGen. This is where all the templates from Dwarf Fortress are saved to. Mine will look a bit different than yours, but that's fine. You're just gonna scroll all the way to the bottom. And these have a certain structure. So there's this WorldGen tag, then a title, and then all the other stuff. So all we have to do is to open somebody else's template, copy everything and paste it into the WorldGen text in your Dwarf Fortress file. Once you have added your templates to the WorldGen file, just save it and go back to Dwarf Fortress. Create new world. At the bottom right you are able to go to Detail Mode, where you can see that your added templates will be available in the drop down box in the top left corner. There are already a bunch of user-made templates available to you on the wiki and on the forums. I will link both of these pages in the description below. The wiki is also a good place to start if you would like to mess with the World Gen yourself. If people would like a more in-depth look into that system, let me know down in the comments. To end the video, I want to share some of the templates that I used quite a lot when I started playing Dwarf Fortress back in the day. These are templates also available in an old mod for Dwarf Fortress called Masterwork Dwarf Fortress. First of all, I would like to show off the Swamp template generation. This will create a lot of evil areas in the north and south of the world, and in the middle is a region with good or neutral biomes. If you're looking to do something with the Undead or Necromancer towers and just want a lot of fun, then I would recommend trying this one. For people looking for a bit more of a relaxed experience, I would suggest going for the Plains generation. This will generate a lot of serene places and a lot of volcanoes to begin with a bunch of rivers spiraling between them. So a lot of good starting places to begin with. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, I hope it was useful. If you still have any questions, you can always ask them in the description below. If you want more Dwarf Fortress content and more tutorial videos, then be sure to subscribe, since I will be making a lot more of these in the future.